Right, good morning everyone. Now, today I'm going to make a caddy. It can be a paint caddy, paintbrush caddy, pencil caddy, whatever you want to put in it actually. And I've got these, and the reason why I'm doing it is because I've got lots of these A5. They're A5. You can do A4, whatever you want to do. And they're 4mm thick, so they're quite thick. So using a knife, you split that in half, but don't go all the way through. So go through about 2mm, like I've done here. Look, see? And then we're going to reinforce that as well. But instead of having a normal rectangle or square shape or anything like that, I'm actually going to do that shape today. Wait a minute. That shape. So one goes in like that and one goes in like that. And I'm going to do a diamond shape. So I've got two of them ready. Well, that's all you do. You turn it in, lay it down, measure it out, and then just score it, and then bend it back. And then we're going to reinforce this with some structure strips. So, I've chosen for the feet, and I'm just sharing with you. These are wooden beads, come from a broken necklace, and these are little spools. I do like using these, but because I like making miniatures, I begrudge using these, so we're just going to use these for today. Because you can do it vintage, Victorian, steampunk, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to lay my beads there. And then glue this. Now, I do have the hot glue on. And I will initially put some hot glue on it. But for now, I'm just going to use my wood glue. And I like using the wood glue. Because this came from wood, you know. So, all I'm going to do is put some of this wood glue on. Down the side. And just attach that, if you can see, to the front edge of that one. Just do that. Like that, so that fits smooth. Don't bother about that bit. And then we're going to do the structure strip. Now, you do have to move that slightly out of the way. We'll join that up again in a minute. I've shown you how to do the structure strips. You cut strips of card. It's got to be strong enough. Strips of card. You score it down the middle and then you attach it on. So, cut a strip. You don't need to measure it. I would do about an inch though. So I'm just going to cut mine. Yeah, about an inch is good enough. So I now have two sides that I want to reinforce. So I need two structure strips. And then we just score them down the middle. So I've got those. Take my scoreboard. They don't have to be exactly down the middle, but we'll just do the best we can. And we'll use the end. I don't want to use that because it's card. Oops, a daisy. Just to help with the crease down the middle. You could just do it without scoring it, but it is easy when it's scored. And then we're just going to fold them. And I'm going to use my bone folder because that helps put the crease in tighter. You want that to fit on the corner quite nicely and neat. When you're making boxes, you want them to last. Okay, so I'm going to take this back, put it back on. I just broke that. like that. I hope you can see this. And then I'm going to glue one side of the structure strip. Let's see if we've got enough there. Near enough. Pop that in the corner and push. And do that. And that's going to reinforce that. And then what we need to do, see, you can make a house, look. You can make yourself a house. You need a base and a level there and some little rooms here. You can do anything and then start and decorate them. The thing is, you can do lots yourself. You don't need, you know, to buy things when you can make them. So I'm just going to glue this section now. And pop that on that section there. So that's nice and tight. And then I'm going to glue this section because that's going to go in there. Hang on, and then we can either have this square or we can have it as a diamond. I'm going to have this one as a diamond, to be honest. And I just need to put the wood glue on this end. Before I pop that in there, like that, and then pull the flap down. And push that in there like that. Just hold that down. And take any of the glue off, you know, that's come through like that. You just rub that and it'll take it off. Just going to use the knife and then just scrape that off. Like that. And then we're going to go back and do the same with this section. Push that down. Like that. That's sorted that one out. And then what we're going to do is just to snip these off. These little structure strips. And then stick anything down. Like that. Just cut any loose bits off. And I promise you, this will stay put because you've put the structure strip in, which will help. And we're going to do structure strip on this one as well. So I'm just going to cut two more. See, I love that shape. I'm going to keep it like that. Should have done that in the first place instead of getting the scoreboard out. It's just as good. You know, not many people have different tools and that to craft with. So it's nice to know you can do them without tools of a certain kind. And Teresa, if you're watching, lovey, you did a video of the things I sent you. you did a fab job, and thank you so much for watching and giving me a shout out. I loved the way you spoke about the quality of the products, because they are excellent quality. I really don't sell rubbish. And she spoke about how she likes to support the smaller businesses rather than just the big businesses that are taking it off the smaller ones. So, okay, I'm just going to do that. Push that onto there. Like that. And then pull that back. And you see, I'm doing it like that. It's the angle that stops you from seeing this, because of the way the box is, with it being at an angle. That's that one, and then we're just going to put the structure strip. So I'll do it on the box instead. And we just do that. And then pull that back. And we just do that nice and flat. I think we'll do that one as well. That'll do, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then we'll just snip that off. I'll save those bits because you might want them for something else. So that is basically your box, and all I have to do now is to attach a base to it, which I'm going to use a thinner chipboard for that, because it's not going anywhere, it's just going to be sitting on the desk. So I've got this, and all I have to do, just see if you can see this, is I'm just going to add that to the edge there. Draw around the shape, and then cut that out, and that's the base, and it's as easy as that. Easy as that. Stand that there. And then we just attach that to that. And then anything that's extra, you just trim off. And it's as easy as that. And then you can decorate it. Excuse me. Now, I've had to send off for 2 new batteries, because my batteries are dying every 5 minutes, which I think means they're buggered. So hopefully they'll be here today. So we're going to decorate it now. Oh, put the feet on it. We're just going to add a little bit of glue, like that, and press down. Like that. Let's do this way. And that's as simple as that, you know. That's not hard to do, is it, folks? Come on. Like that. And then it's off the floor. And I like that. And now what we're going to do is we are going to decorate this one. Yeah, we're going to decorate it. And I'm going to go get the tissue. Right, I found some fabric. So I'm actually going to use the fabric, folks. Yes. Right. Now, if you've put the feet on and then you just want to paint it and decorate or whatever, or you don't want to go underneath, that's fine. But I'm going to take the feet off. I'm just going to take the feet off, quick and easy like that, easily glue them back on. Because I want to put the fabric underneath as well. So, I'm going to measure my fabric out. A good inch, half an inch on this side, which is the base. And then a good half inch on this side. I need my scissors. Now you don't have to leave it like that and cover it because it's quite thin is my fabric, so I really should paint it first, and I just give it a coat of white paint. So all I'm going to do, I've got the edging, I need to turn the edging in just a touch, and I'm going to do that and start there. So I'm just going to turn the edging in slightly and then pop my fabric on there. Like that. Now, I'm only going to put a little bit of glue on the edging. I don't want much, and I'm going to thin it out by pulling it tight and flattening it like that. Turn that around again, pull this back. It's just to catch the material. Just flatten that out. That was just fitted perfect. So we've come to this edge, but I'm going to take it over the edge, but I have to fold it back like that and just do that with it. So I need a little bit of glue on there. I've just run out of glue, which is typical, isn't it? Okay, so I'm holding it back, folded it and popped it over like that. That gives me a really nice, neat finish. And then I can flip that back again. And just pull that forward, and that'll tighten that up. So I'm pulling it forward while I'm holding it. Look how neat that is. And then the underneath, we're just going to do it like an envelope, like that. So, fold that over, pull it. Right, and then we've got to do this. Pull that over. Hope you're seeing this. Just fold that over There's your envelope bit. And we just fold that over. Now this is an awkward shape, it's not square. There's the envelope section there. That's what I call it, an envelope section. Fold that like that. And then just do that. And there's the last bit. And you just, I'm just going to fold that back like that. It's going to be covered, it doesn't matter. So we're going to cover that actually with a piece of card, because I want to make sure that the legs stick to it again. The feet, should I say. So again, we're just going to draw through over this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is to make sure this just covers like that, and we pop that on. We can cut it down to size if it doesn't fit, but that will generally cover all of that. And then we just trim off the edging. And we'll sort that out in a minute. And then just go around the corners and close them up. Just making sure that they're all pinned down. That just needs trimming a bit. Nope, that's done. Okay. And then what we do is clean the feet off and put the feet back on. Let me get my little nifty knife, see if I can clean them off with that. This is where you can alter things, because I could have kept them on and not bothered covering the bottom bit, but it actually makes it look neater. Right, let's get back to doing this. We're just doing the same thing. Put the bead on. I'm going to twist it around and flatten it out, make sure it's level. Again, pop it on, twist, and then push down, make sure it's level. Oops. And then all you've got to do is just to push down on the board. Yeah, it's not rocking at all, that's fine. And then give them time to dry, because you don't want to move it out of place. But then we're going to go do this one, which is to pop in this, just turn it over like that. And there you go. So we've got that covered up to now. My seam's in the back, nice and neat. So now all we have to do, I mean I could put inserts in there, don't want to do that at all. Not at the moment, anyway. So I've got a beautiful trim. Like this, it's blue and it's scalloped. And it looks nice. I do like it. So we're just going to use this to go on the edging. So I need the back. Here's the back where the seam is. I'll seal this off. And just going to pop that like that. On the edge. And again, because I'm wanting everything at the back, I'm just going to seal this off so it doesn't, you know, fray. Oh, isn't that nice? Get rid of all that rubbish. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And I think we'll do the same at the bottom. Now, because it's that shape, where am I going to put the flower? Because it's going to be awkward to stick it there. You didn't think of that, Fee, did you? Maybe I don't want a flower in there. I've got some of these. Now I can continue to decorate it up and whatnot, but I've just got 2 of these left. Look at that. Pretty. So I'm just going to pop that on there like that, and it's at least there, and do the same with that one like that. I know it's a slightly different turquoisey blue, but it's blue. And I think Teresa, you asked in your video if I made these. I do make some of these, yes. I have a video showing you how to do them, folks. Like that. That'll do. I don't like that as long as that, so I'm just going to snip that bit off. But yeah, oh, that's pretty. Now, what else can we do? Can do some little pearls on there. Definitely, definitely, folks. Look. Oh, yes, definitely. Right, flip this over. And I'm going to put it above the blue trim because I don't want to cover that blue up at all. So I do like the scallop. I should have moved that down a bit. I never thought about it. So these are sort of things you can think about. I'm going to do it. No, I see, I like that. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to have to. I'll put it on in the middle of that. And that's at the back anyway. Isn't that pretty? That's lovely. Now we have to see if it works. Like I said, I've got rulers and I think I might use it for my scissors, you know. Oh, do you know what? My rulers. Actually, I've got rulers I need to house. And bone folders and things like that. See? So it's just a craft caddy. And remember, all I did, I measured it, cut it straight down the middle, only halfway because I use 4mm chipboard. So you're cutting down 2, bend it, structure strip, put it together, you're fine. And I think that's sturdy. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Don't forget to call in at the shop. I've left that 40% sale on. My goods are top quality. They are, they're not flimsy or, you know, look cheap or anything like that. They're very, very good quality. The price was low before I put the 40% on. And yes, I'm closing down, but you need to grab the stuff while you can, okay? And you miss out, not my problem. We are selling out quite a bit. And if we haven't got what you've asked for, we give you just with something equally as nice, if not better. Okay? We never ever give you a cheap replacement. Right? I don't have anything cheap. Well, it's all inexpensive, but it's not cheap. Like crap. It's not. We sell really good quality. Lots of it. You get so much more for your money with me than you do with these big companies that you're now supporting. And, you know, we all know they do next day service and things like that. It doesn't mean to say that you're getting money, your value for money. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.